Councilmember Freeman.
Yeah, earlier this evening, we had a number of people making statements about medical marijuana, and they never made a proposal or mentioned what wanted of the council. There was mention of a ballot initiative. I'm assuming that perhaps they're organizing to do a ballot initiative to carve out medical marijuana as a permitted use. So it seems to me we might want to explore this a little bit more. There's clearly some sort of a need for people who kind of the baby got thrown out with the bathwater on the broader motion that all marijuana can't have dispensaries, but I think it would be worth getting more information to the council. Maybe there's a workshop, maybe there's a public hearing. I'd like to hear from, other community members, who may be for or against. I'd like to hear from doctors. I'd like to hear from police if there were some sort of an ability for strictly limited number of medical marijuana dispensaries, the pros and cons of that, because we didn't really have a thorough exploration this evening, but I'd certainly, as a council member, like to learn more about that, to know if there is first anything we can do, should we do anything, but so I would throw that out. I'm not really saying need a resolution or anything, but I thought maybe there's an opportunity to hear more pros and cons at one of our hearings about a carve out of just that one item. I don't know if a council can carve that on their own or if it has to go to a ballot.
Thank you. Madam City Attorney.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Freeman, perhaps I could talk to you later before you actually make a referral. I believe the initiative that they were talking about is already scheduled, sir, for the November 2018 ballot. It's called the Jarvis Epps petition. If that initiative passes, then that will legalize medical marijuana here in the city of Bakersfield. And I don't believe that you were on the council at the time that the council went through that process to get that initiative on the ballot. So again, if I could perhaps talk to you after the meeting, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Mr. Nero, if that were to pass, would there still be a requirement that cities notify the state or not if they wanted to permit it, or would it simply permit them?
It is a two-step process, and so when the state then asks the city if business XYZ is allowed, we would then have to say it's allowed because that particular initiative passed.
If the county took responsibility and wrote fair regulations, right, fair regulations, we wouldn't be addressing this thing every 2 elections, right? We've been addressing this in Kern County for a long, long time. We get to save a little bit of money because the state is funding a lot of these regulatory measures through the Cannabis Bureau. That's included in a lot of the tax revenue that's generated to the state. The state is giving localities money in order to help them push to embrace marijuana regulation rather than ban it. About we need more of it because we don't have enough long-term studies to see how marijuana actually impacts children and DUIs and things of that nature, right? So there are examples from around the world just recently, right, of how we can make it better, right? So the system we have now is not working, right? Is the system of having the state coming down and saying that these localities have to do that? Is that the answer? I don't know. But the answer is not to stay with the status quo that we have now.